Hypebeast said this week it will merge with SPAC Iron Spark One, valuing the lifestyle and e-commerce platform at more than $530 million. Combination will see the company be dual listed on the NASDAQ and Hong Kong when the merger is completed sometime in the third quarter. Hypebeast was founded in 2005 and is seen as the go-to source for lifestyle content. The company's most notable backers include Tom Brady, Naomi Osaka, and Tony Hawk. Joining us now is Hypebeast founder and CEO Kevin Ma and Iron Spark One chair Amy Butte. Good morning to you both. Kevin, let me start with you here, longtime reader of Hypebeast. I remember when it launched, but how has it evolved? What component of the business is, in fact, I guess, ad sales, and what component is e-commerce now?
It's pretty split. I would say 30% of our business is from our media business, our editorial advertising business. We also have an award-winning agency, and that takes up around 40% of our business. And e-commerce makes up approximately 30% as well.
Amy, curious on why you chose Hypebeast as your target.
Well, look, we were looking for a company that, if we like to say, was hidden in plain sight, and what better than a cultural icon like Hypebeast. Kevin is an incredible leader and visionary. The company knows how to be public. It's produced 30% plus compound annual growth on top line. It's EBITDA positive. And this is really about investing in growth, bringing the best of what Iron Spark offers and Hypebeast to accelerate growth, not just globally, but also here in the U.S.
Kevin, it's Julie here. As Amy alluded to, you guys are EBITDA positive. I believe you had a net profit last year also. And I'm curious why you don't feel like the typical SPAC I think to me or to us. And I'm curious why you decided to go that route.
Yeah, like you said, we have a history of profitability, and we've maintained a financial discipline, throughout the years. I think the reason first reason is really to get closer to our U.S. audience. Our U.S. market is one of our biggest markets. We really want to get closer to the retail investors and institutional investors who never really had a chance to invest into Hypebeast easily before. So, listing in the U.S. makes a lot of sense for us. And in addition, I think, partnering up with Iron Spark is also, amazing because they come with a diverse set of skill sets. I think they can help us, go to the next level. We have Josh Breers, who's the CEO, founder of Iron Spark. He has a proven eye for discovering companies before they're big. We have Amy Butte here. She's a former CFO of the New York Stock Exchange. And Trevor Edwards, he is the former president of Nike for over 25 years. So, I believe this wealth of experience will really help us grow further.
Kevin, as part of that going to the next level process, what do you envision for your platform? We've seen reports that you're going to be going into more direct battle with the StockX and selling more things online. How do you think about it?
Yeah, I think e-commerce is really important. Our mission is really, going to be the same as before. For the most part, we're going to be driving culture forward, really building something that myself and our team is going to be, find useful and educational. We not only want to expand in the US, but, globally in new regions. We're going to invest into talent, technology, building our community, and really create a connected ecosystem where our loyal users can really learn, shop, and interact with each other. And e-commerce is part of it, including newer initiatives such as Web3. We sold our first NFT last year, and we're working with different clients in the crypto space already. So we have plans to do something big there.
One of my favorite parts about Kevin is how humble he is. There are 26 million social media followers of Hypebeast, and there's so much opportunity to leverage in a luxury apparel market with a $1.6 trillion TAM. So raising these funds is really about accelerating, if you will, the brand of Hypebeast and the reach of Hypebeast.
And on that point, Kevin, it's interesting to me, and maybe I'm just, a Gen Xer and I see things differently, but it's really interesting to me that marriage of content and e-commerce, right? And that it's interesting because there doesn't seem to be this sort of conflict or tension between those two that there used to be, right? That there's sort of this seamlessness. How do you think about that changing cultural moment where, like, it's okay to be a hype beast? I guess it's okay to, like, sell your stuff at the same time that you're commenting on it.
Well, I first started the business, back in 2005 because I was a fan of, the sneaker culture. I was lining up for sneakers. I was finding information online about sneakers, trying to, cop the most coveted and limited edition sneakers. So, and from that, I founded Hypebeast because there was such a wealth of information out there, and nobody was sharing it. So I started sharing it. So that's how Hypebeast started. So product was always from the day one. We never had a problem talking about product. We were very inspired by product design, sneaker design, fashion design, luxury goods as well, and also arts as well. It's all like beautiful things in the world that people can be inspired by.
And obviously you inspired Amy and the folks at IronSpark. And I want to ask another SPAC question to you, Amy, which is obviously there's been a change in the SPAC regulations that the SEC has put forward. Did you guys have to change it all, sort of the process you were going through as a result of that? Did that make things more challenging?
Look, I'd like to say we're ahead of the curve. When we went public last June, we said we wanted to be a different type of SPAC, or SPAC 2.0. We're operator oriented. As Kevin said, we come to the table with a lot of operating experience. We're a smaller size, no warrants, which makes us less dilutive to founders and to investors. We were the first ever to pay dividends. We're not coming to the market with a company that has no revenue. There's a tremendous track record of revenue growth and earnings. So a lot of what the SEC was talking about were things that we think needed to be changed in the SPAC market anyway. I believe that there is a space for SPACs in our U.S. capital markets, and I also believe that evolution, is the right way to go.
Kevin, lastly, as someone so plugged into fashion, settle this debate for me and Julie. Are mom shorts back in the season? Why or why not?
I don't even know what mom shorts are, actually.
I would say no.
Yeah, thank you too. I'm saying no, though. How about this, Kevin? What is your favorite pair of sneakers that you own right now, then?
Oh, there's so many. I can't really point out one. I used to have so many sneakers, and I'm actually cutting down on sneakers because, my closet is just too full. So, but Hypebeast is not only about sneakers. We're about art and cars and watches. So, my interests are pretty wide and varied right now.
Well, we look forward to following your journey as a public company. Hypebeast founder and CEO Kevin Ma and IronSpark One chair Amy Butte. Good to see you guys. We'll talk to you soon.